Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you can see in front of me, I got 3 Hulks. The Red Hulk, the Gray Hulk, and the Green Hulk. So, the Red Hulk was the Target exclusive, and I don't think I have that box anymore, but that green one and the gray one came in boxes similar to this. Right? So, the green one I got from San Diego Comic-Con. It was the 80 years, and the gray one basically came out a little bit later, and I think it was supposed to be the international version. So the cool thing about these is they had these big white boxes that the figures were packaged in, and they were really, really cool to see them out there. So the figures also came in these 80-year card backs, like that, and I was super stoked again to have these gigantic card backs. The thing is, I wanted those figures out of the package so much that I just ripped them out, right? This green one came with a crushed pipe. The gray one came with crushed pipe and a ripped shirt, right? So I was kind of excited to get those 2 figures. I thought it was really cool. And I've had them, and you've probably seen them in some of my movies or my shorts. So the cool thing about these Hulks is they come with 1 fist and 1 hand, like this. But here's the thing. The Red Hulk, which was a Target exclusive, he comes with 2 sets of hands. The fists and 2 open hands, which is really, really cool. And then the gray one here came with this shirt, which is even super cool, right? Because he's got that ripped shirt that he could throw off. And then I realized the Green Hulk was out before. And he came with Wolverine in this 2-pack. So here we go. I got another Hulk. We're going to rip him out of the package, but this time we get Wolverine too. And look at this. Ripped shirt and 2 hands. So now I get to decide. Do I have 4 Hulks in my collection, or is one of the green ones going to be good enough for me? So once we get them out of the package, we're going to be able to tell, and I'll let you know what I'm going to do at the end of the video. But right now, it's the 80 years Marvel Legends Hulk Wolverine 2-pack, and here is some awesome art on the back, which is the Incredible Hulk, and now the Wolverine comic from Marvel Comics Group. So let's open it up and take a closer look at these figures. Okay, everybody, we got the Hulk and Wolverine out of the package. Really quickly, what I'm going to do is I want to take a closer look at this version of Wolverine. So this is a pretty early version of him, and he is fully posable. Let me tell you, look at that. He's got the bent elbow, right? That's got the double jointed here. He's got this extra little piece in his shoulder. What did Dude's Nerdery calls that the butterfly? Is that what it's called? But look at the reach he has on that. I mean, this is going to be awesome if you have him posed and like he's coming down for a fight, right? That is pretty cool. He's got this upper body movement. He's got the full leg twist up here and the double jointed leg. Now this is a pretty cool armor. This is not exactly the one that I want to put with my X-Men, but it's fine because it's earlier than the one that I want. The one that I actually am looking forward to is the one in the brown suit, which is getting a re-release, and it's currently on pre-order. But just check out the face on that. That is pretty cool for Logan there. The Wolverine, he looks pretty awesome. The other thing that I thought is interesting on this figure is that these shoulder pieces aren't really attached. I mean, they pivot on the arm, so no matter how you have him posed, you know, they will go back up on the suit and they will look like they're there. So it is actually kind of cool the way they did it. I think that's a pretty neat feature. And the cool thing about this is if you look at those blades, they are a little bit, look like they're maybe a little bit bent and maybe a little bit of pressing and stuff like that. You get them to look perfect, right? Like that. That looks pretty cool. But the actual cool thing is he came with an extra set of hands, right? And so when you snap them in, you can have them posed without the blades. So the extra set of hands are retracted and then the hands that he came with basically on there have the blades out, so you can have some dual shots of him with or without his blades out, which actually looks super, super cool. So anyways, I'm pretty stoked about the Wolverine. It's not the brown suited one, but I do like it. It looks good, and because of the set that it was sold in, I'm very happy to get this Wolverine in my collection. Let me set... Okay, so we got the Hulk out, and here he is. Here's his two sets of hands, right? So he has two open hands and two fisted hands. That's similar to the Red Hulk. He's got this shirt, which comes on and off, which is pretty cool. We'll leave it off so we can go through the articulation. And look at the face on that one. That actually looks really, really cool. He's not smiling. He doesn't have an open mouth. And he just looks mean and green. So he also has the same butterfly joint that all the other ones had. So he could get great range of motion. If he's flexing his muscles and trying to show you who's boss, he can do all kinds of poses, which is actually really, really cool. And he's got some good flex in his arm, even with all his muscles, and some really good flex in his legs and on his feet, which pivot back and forth, which is going to give him some good posability, especially when he wants to like look up, reach up with his fist, like he's coming down to smash you. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to take this Hulk figure, which is actually kind of cool. So here, when I first saw this 2-pack, I thought, I'm going to get this Hulk with the extra hands, right? And I'm going to replace my Green Hulk. Because I don't need 2 Hulks. I don't know if that's true anymore, because look, here is the Comic-Con version of the Hulk that didn't come with 2 hands. I thought I was going to be able to trade off hands. It's not going to work, folks, because this Hulk is much greener than this Hulk. This has got a very light green. This is a very dark green. You can see the difference. If I try to put that hand on there, you would notice right away that that green doesn't match. So we got the 2 faces side by side. And they got like these totally different expressions on their face, which make both of these Hulks really cool. He's got a full head of hair, and he's got that like crew cut up here, which gives them both very, very unique looks. There's no head swapping because of the color of green, so unless I was willing to do a little bit of painting, which I'm not, but pretty much the rest of the figure is identical. If you look at the all the veins and stuff are still in the right places, and even the rips in the pants are there, right, on both sides. They're just painted a little bit different, and they both have exactly the same articulation. So we got 2 Green Hulks. One's darker, one's lighter. This is the Comic-Con version. This is the one that I just pulled out of the package that came with the Wolverine, the lighter one. And we're going to stick his shirt on, and we'll bring up the Gray Hulk, right, with his shirt, so you can see that even those 2 have completely different expressions on their faces and looks. So none of these faces came out of the same mold, which is really, really awesome. And the shirt, though, is a different story. So even though, the shirt, though, that's a different story. Even though this one is kind of an off-white and this one's an orange, you can definitely tell by the tear patterns that this is actually the same mold of the same shirt. It would have been cool if all of them came with like a different color shirt, but the fact that I got like two different colors is really, really neat at this point. So let's take a look at Red Hulk. And even one more face sculpt to go around, right? So you got some really, really cool expressions in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this guy right up front like this. Okay, so I got them all standing up side by side so you can kind of check out their expressions and how they look next to each other. This is the one that I just opened. It came with the Wolverine figure, which is actually really kind of cool. So check that expression out. He comes with his gray shirt. This is the San Diego Comic-Con version of the Green Hulk that came in that 80-year card back and box. And this is the Gray Hulk, which came out just after Comic-Con. I think it was supposed to be an international release originally. Look at that grimace he's got on that face. And this one is the Red Hulk. It was the Target exclusive, and that is one heck of an expression too. Now these Hulks are about to go to town on a whole bunch of short videos, so stay tuned and check it out because there's going to be one heck of a rumble. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.